If you've been following along on my dog's food journey, you know that I am using Unkibble for half of their food, kibble for the other half, and then I'm integrating a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits and some raw toppers for my girls to make sure we're having a healthy balance. So I thought we would do a check-in to see how they are doing on their Unkibble. Now, you've seen other videos where I talk about how much I like it, that it's doing well for their bodies, but now that we've been on it a little bit longer, I wanted to do another check-in. You can hear that Gemma is really excited about that. They are very, very fond of their Unkibble. I learned in no uncertain terms that Gemma is very allergic to beef. So we are exclusively on the turkey version of Unkibble right now, and it's working really well for my dogs. We talked in other videos about how their bowel movements are a little bit better now and they smell a little bit less, but it also, the consistency of it is very, very different. When we are feeding them kibble, and I'm sorry, this is a little gross, when we feed them kibble, you can kind of see that it's a little bit different coming out. It's very much like having little pebbles inside of their system that they are then pushing right on out. With the Unkibble, now it is much better texture. It is definitely something that is healthier and it's not pebble-like as it's coming out of them. And so they very much like the flavor of it. It is something that's very easy for them to break. My Ember has a little bit of teeth issues, and so she needs a little bit softer. So that's not as hard as a normal kibble, and it's working really well for her. Ember is an incredibly picky dog, so she likes different flavors. She will only tolerate things for so long. So she's starting to get a little bored of the turkey, but I think if we try different flavors with her, that's going to work really well. And because I mix it with other things, she is still eating it. She still likes it. It is like her second tier off of human food. So human food is always going to be her favorite. Anything that is like a treat, a snack, anything that's nice, she's going to really like. She's leaning into cucumbers right now and celery, which she never liked before, but she sees her sisters doing it, so now she'll do it. But the Unkibble is definitely her choice, well above things like the kibble. And so Lucy really loves it. Gemma's doing really well with it. It is helping with their bowel movements. It is helping keep their tummies nice and easy, so we're not having a lot of issues with getting sick or anything like that. And it is just all around better for their health. They are far less stinky around the house than they used to be with their kibble. And because I'm mixing things into it, so I'm giving them like fish oil, they've got some like supplementally things, it's working really well inside of their bodies and they really like it. So this is definitely a brand I'm sticking with. I did have a little bit of trouble with the company as a whole. There was some glitching on their website and there was some back and forth, but they did eventually fix it. So I am on good terms with them right now. And it's just very good for them. They're doing really well with that. And because I had a little bit of trouble with the company, they also sent a complimentary treat to us with our last order. So we were trying the buffalo bites. And they are made out of buffalo kidney. Organs are really good for dogs, so I hear, according to the vets. I don't know, I think it's a little gross, but they really like the treats. I will say in terms of the bison bites, they are wildly different sizes. So if you have multiple dogs and they have to be even, it's got to be fair. It can be a little bit hard to like find the ones that are relatively the same size. I pulled out a really big chunk the other day, and I had to like sneak it to one of the dogs and give the other dog extra to make sure it was all even and everything was good. But they seem to really like it. It doesn't smell very much, so it's not like something that's going to hit you when you open up the bag. It is something that is healthy for them. It's a nice little treat. And so I do like the snacks that they provide. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to buy more of them because I have lots of options for snacks in like the different stores that I work with and the different companies I work with, but it's something that I would definitely consider getting every once in a while as a nice little snack for them, especially for like holidays or birthdays or things like that when they deserve something a little bit nicer, a little bit fancier. So the bison bites are something that I do like and I would definitely get again on special occasion, but probably not during every order just because there's a lot of variety out there that I can be using as is. And then we have the options of kind of integrating that with some of the food that they are eating. So the Unkibble has been going really well for us. It is definitely helping with their bodies. It is definitely helping their bowel movements to be a lot better in all of the ways. Like they talk about the smell, but really the consistency of it, the way that it is no longer a struggle for them to go. All of those things are things we should be talking about more. So I definitely like it. You can rehydrate your Unkibble. You can do a lot of different things with it. You can mix it up. You can use it as toppers. I use it as treats sometimes. There's a lot of ways that you can be using it. And so it's definitely something I'm implementing into our training, into our feeding schedule, into our health schedule for my dogs as well. And it is something I'm going to consistently be sticking with. At least half of their food is going to be Unkibble. I kind of like the idea of having multiple things in there so that as life changes, as things happen, if things don't get delivered on time, I have options. I have a lot of wiggle room in that. And I very much like the idea of having a wide range diet for my dogs so that they're not just focused on one thing. You know how hard it is to transition a dog from one type of food to the next because all they ever eat is the exact same thing. So I like treating them like toddlers and making sure they've got some fruits, some vegetables, making sure they have some healthy things, making sure they have a wide range of food. This is always going to be part of that and at least half of the meals that they are getting because it is much healthier for them. I would be very interested to see if I went full-time on Unkibble, what it would do given what it's already done for their health and well-being. But I do want to make sure I have some flexibility within that. So it's always going to be probably around half to 3/4 of the food that they're getting. And I'm going to cycle that a little bit, like half and a little bit more back and forth so that we have the flexibility and we have those tummies that are able to accept different types of things without it being a huge issue as we're changing and giving them new things. Drop your questions on Unkibble down below. I will get those answered for you, and I will continue to take you on our food journey with my dogs. If you want to see me preparing their food, because now I'm getting into chef mode over here with like the fish oils and the supplements and the things. And so if you want to come along on a feeding journey, go ahead and let me know what types of content you want to see from this. My Unkibble link is down below, so if you want to try out Unkibble and get money off, I got you covered. It is down below. And also that gives me affiliate commission. So they give me a cut of their sales. It doesn't come out of your pocket. But as a nice thank you for me bringing you to them, they give me a little bit of money. And that helps me to pay for my dog food so that I can show you more recipes for dogs that you can be doing, especially as we are getting into our next season where we have a lot of really good foods available. So we're going to be doing some dog food prep and snacks and things in the next couple of months that I'm very excited about. So we'll see you in our daily videos helping you navigate the world of dog parenthood so you can level up for your pup and have the best life for the two of you possible. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.